Hi, George Williams, CEO of ReliabilityX, and today we're going to talk a little bit about training. When it comes to training in maintenance and reliability, oftentimes at the technical level, we get a lot of training associated with quality or safety, compliance to company policies, and things of that nature. And a lot of times when we assess organizations, there's not a whole lot of technical training, whether it be at the trade staff level or at the reliability engineer level. There doesn't seem to be the same focus from a training perspective unless you are your own advocate. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about where we can get different types of training and how we can help fund that training, or at least find the funding for it for our continued learning purposes. So first and foremost, there's formal training, whether or not this is going to college or taking an actual course at a facility. So if you contact us or Lifecycle Engineering or thousands of other companies, you can get training at one of their training offerings. That's more formalized training. In addition, you can have vendors come out to perform training, whether it's training in how to install bearings or how to work on pumps, how to do alignments and balancing and all kinds of other technical training. You can have the vendor come out and perform training either at your location or potentially you can go to their location. You can also attend conferences, things like the International Maintenance Conference, Society for Maintenance and Reliability Professionals Conference, Reliable Plant Conference. There's just lots and lots of conferences that you can attend. And in those conferences, you'll have sessions. Those sessions typically follow a path or a track, and you can learn all about those various topics. You can go to an online webinar. Some of these are free. There are lots of free online webinars. So if budgeting and funding is a problem, online webinars is a great way to learn. Additionally, you can contact the vendors that you purchase things from, whether it's belts from Gates or using companies like Motion or Command or any of those other organizations. They will offer to come out to your location and do what's called a lunch and learn. You buy them some lunch, buy your staff some lunch, and they'll teach you how to properly install a belt or how to align a belt or how to read bearing numbers. All those various topics can be handled through something as simple as a lunch and learn. And this is a great way to give back to the trade staff and ensure they continually learn. Obviously, there's things like books, so you can read lots and lots of books on various topics. And then there are communities. So whether it's there's different forums at SMRP, there's different forums at the Association for Asset Management Professionals, there's the maintenance community by Upkeep. There are lots of different forum style activities or forum style platforms that you can go to, ask questions, or even read other threads and learn. So how do you end up getting funding for this type of stuff? So in many cases, the funding for these things, if they do require funding, would come from your budget. And if there is no budget line item for training, I would strongly encourage you, if you manage this area, to create a budget line item. Make them unapprove it. Request a bunch of money and hopefully they knock it down a little and you still have a budget line item. If you are not responsible for the budget, then I strongly encourage you to talk to your management staff or whomever is responsible for your budget about getting a line item in for training. Also talk to HR. In many cases, HR has a fund for training and even targets that they are given to provide training to the staff. And they may not know that your organization or the maintenance and reliability folks are looking for training. So go talk to HR and figure that out. The other space to look is finance. Find out how training is budgeted and whether or not it can be a line item and how all of that works. Finance usually is responsible for finding money, right? So talk to finance, talk to HR, make sure there's a budget line item in there, and focus on getting training in a lot of variety of ways. People learn in different ways. Reach out, and typically the hardest thing to do is to ask. So don't forget to ask. Ask if you can get training.